stir fry with peanut sauce. And it's just unbelievable. And we used cauliflower noodles, which are great, actually.
I've never heard of cauliflower noodles. I'm very interested in cauliflower noodles. I'm doing keto.
And they're good as long as they're completely covered with sauce.
Well, that's the goal.
I'll send you what I got.
Oh, thanks.
Early. Here we go. Look, a quiz.
Oh.
I think I made this quiz easier. I always think I'm making them easier. And then sometimes I'm wrong. But I think this book has been so easy now. I think these are pretty straightforward questions. Just a few things that came up in the last class. So, can anybody tell me what are?
Has it already been 8 minutes? Oh my God.
It's been. What are the 4 elements that should be contained within a Buddhist book, English and Tibetan?
Wait, how much you paying, Nick?
Well, this one's in one of the ACI classes, so I can't pay for this answer. I mean,
subject? You could.
The word says subject matter.
Correct.
Which is
what subject matter? Wait, hold on.
Juja?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Oh.
Subject matter is juja.
Hey Nick, he's got a kid now. He really needs the money.
He doesn't need my money.
I definitely don't need Nick's money.
Dirty money. What are you trying to say?
The immediate goal or the short-term goal?
Yes, sir. Do you remember the Tibetan?
Something. Is it good? Is it?
That's it. Gupa.
Good, but yeah.
I think Sushumna's whispering answers in his ear, Nick.
I think so too. Yeah. She may still only speak Sanskrit.
For now.
Yeah.
The long-term goal? I don't know.
Yeah, good. It's similar name to the second one.
Good something. I don't know.
Anybody else remember?
Is immediate purpose the same as should have some application to your life?
Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, it's like something that's gonna work.
So
No?
the immediate purpose is to finish the book. To learn the subject matter. That's it. Then the Ninga is to.
Oh yeah. Ninga or Niga. Either.
Good. Okay, last one.
Some connection between those.
Good. Do you remember the Tibetan?
Something Drell. I don't know. Drelwa.
Yeah, Jawa. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Nice
Well,
work.
I'd like to see those kind of answers get crushed in the debate ground. Something like
Whatever.
whatever.
It's the American way.
Yeah.
What is the subject matter of this book? English and Tibetan. Slightly harder. But if you remember, well, as soon as somebody remembers, then everyone will remember.
Not necessarily.
Depending on if you just wrote in from work.
You just got a big mic up.
I don't know. Helping a king learn about stuff.
Anybody else remember?
What do we call it? Ultimate purity, referring to nirvana?
Yeah, now you're on the right track. So it's like that thing at something else. And the something else about those.
That's great.
It's no helpful.
That much I knew.
Okay, Tim, you usually have good notes on these classes.
Habituating and achieving goodness.
Yes, say that again, please. Is that Alex?
Yeah, habituating and achieving goodness.
Not exactly, but achieving goodness is one of the parts of the subject matter of this book. Which means what? What does achieving goodness mean?
Anna says enlightenment and higher rebirth.
Yeah, good.
Hey.
Yeah. And what about those? Something specific about The subject matter of this book is something specific about a higher rebirth and definite good.
How to get there?
Yeah, kind of, but it's put in a very Buddhist, philosophical, general way.
Anna says, practice the virtues to get there.
I'll just put it, the causes along with the results of higher rebirth and definite good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tibetan? Just give me some, just start throwing words at me.
Ngilek, Tori.
Somebody said Tori.
It's not Todi. He's just using a different Tibetan.
Winto?
Yeah.
Does he say? Oh yeah.
Minto. Cool. Good. Yeah, fine. Ngumpar toa tang ngeparolek pa kyudang jebur chepani jaja. I don't know why I put the tongue there. That was an accident.
Yeah.
Okay, the root text we are studying is divided into 5. This was a question posed by Geshe Michael.
Yeah, I was wondering if when I couldn't sleep last night at 3 a.m., I was wondering if you figured this out yet.
I'm sorry that you couldn't sleep at 3 a.m. Have you tried valerian or no?
By the make a text, that usually works.
I did. I mean, I thought about it. I think I have an idea. I'd be interested to see what you think. I'm interested to see what others think.
Okay, let's go for it.
So these are the 5 chapters. These are the 4 divisions that Gyaltsab divided the text into.
Who's
Nagarjuna's text. So these are the 5 chapters of Nagarjuna's text, right?
These are the 5 chapters of the root text here.
Yeah, and these are 4 divisions that Gyaltsab made of the text.
So he's fudging something.
Yeah, like what's the difference? I mean, does anybody just want to look for a minute and tell me what's the difference while I take a bite of my dinner?
Wow, where'd you pick up that trick?
Hey, Grandpa got to eat. I'm sorry.
You learn a lot in the mixed nuts.
There are many differences.
What?
The ones on the left are called chapters. The ones on the right are not.
Divided into 5 on the
There are
left.
5 on the left. There are 4 on the right. None of them match absolutely.
Obviously,
Yeah,
but
maybe one of the divisions is split into 2 chapters.
Tim says one of the divisions must have 2 chapters crammed.
Yeah,
in.
good, Tim. Which one?
No.
It would have to be chapter 2 and 3 are put into the 2nd division.
It's a good guess. We'll just look at the first 2 words of chapters 1 and 2, though.
The first one is split into 2 chapters.
Yes, thank you. Did Tim say that?
Yes, he did, and he said to send the money to his PayPal.
I will. I'll PayPal you, Tim. The rest of that money that I owe you. So any thoughts about why he may have done that? He divided this. Gyaltsab put in one section a general presentation of the higher realms, the cause and effect for the higher realms, and definite good, meaning like enlightenment.
If I'm Gyaltsab, I will question chapter 2. I will question the usefulness of chapter 2.
So chapter 2 is I forget what the word we used yesterday was, but it seemed like a good way to put it. Interlaced presentation of the 2.
Yeah, it seems to be
and
subject matter as the first chapter, but he just jumbled up the order, and I don't see any use to jumble up the order. What's Nagarjuna up to?
Anybody have a guess?
Oh, actually, I read the answer before, so I'm not.
Thank you. I'll share what my guess is because I definitely did not look up the answer. I didn't even think to look ahead in the text to see if there was a reason given. I was saying I think it has something to do with the progression through the scopes typical to Lam Rim teachings. Like you have to learn the lower and medium scopes first before you're ready for the higher scope. But then when you're learning the higher scope, those are still paths shared. So then in that sense, it makes sense to kind of have teachings that have them all together.
That's not, yeah. It's a nice answer, but it's not. I don't think it's the one he's gonna say. And
Okay.
I'll just tell you because it's a little bit, it's unexpected. He says, if you don't keep filling up your gas tank for a human rebirth, you ain't gonna get anywhere in your emptiness meditations. He says you have to keep. What do you call it?
Yeah. You have to make sure you keep coming back to a rebirth where you
You
where you
gotta.
can practice and study emptiness so you can make progress.
So there, it's Belmar. It's Belmar. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta.
Mhm.
You gotta, on one hand, you gotta keep collecting the karma that keeps you in the human realm. And then when you get to a human realm, you have to study fast, die again, get back to human realm, study fast, die again, you know, like that. It's very interesting. You know, he says you have to pay attention to, what do you call it? Keeping your human rebirth flowing.
Keep them coming.
Yeah. Or else you won't have time to study emptiness. Yeah. Something like that. It's a very powerful chapter, actually, I think.
That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I guess that's not impossible to figure out. I feel like we're trained to like not think about future, just like we got to do it now.
Well, he's also, what he's also saying is that even in one lifetime, you still have to keep planting seeds to sustain that life, or your emptiness study will be interrupted rudely. Tim was in a Japanese Starbucks and he was using his computer and the lady came over and said he was being lewd.
Yeah.
Lewd.
Tell me about that.
Rude, I could understand, but lewd.
You got to think about it. Anyway, rudely, your study will be interrupted rudely if you don't keep, you know, even day to day, keep collecting karma to stay in this world. Yeah.
Well, I tried to. I didn't remember to ask you for an assignment, but I tried to translate a bunch of sections. But we can see how far we want to go.
Okay. I should focus on the root text or the.
Well, I worked on both, but maybe we want to do the commentary first.
Okay, I think that's a good strategy. Okay.
Okay.
Let me sit with it for a second. My friend Utpal is going to complain about the two spaces after the second. No, it also
Oh
pains.
yeah.
Okay.
Hurts my eyes.
It hurts my eyes too, I have to admit.
Just because I was changing stuff many times.
No, it's understandable.
And some person we must do some anti Chini. Yeah, good. I'm going to ask you a question. What's the PHYIS in the second line?
Then. I think I used then right here.
Or later on. That's good. Okay, good.
But I did it that way in the.
Yeah, good. Okay, and I hope you get the Sanskrit together for us.
Yeah.
Because I like to, personally, I like to look at it when I'm studying the verses, you know.
I'll try to do it by next class.
Okay. And Seiji, I got the Bodhicharvatara verses from you, and I will try to cook them soon. Kangichi for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, this Gyumar is an adverb.
Oh,
And it applies exactly to what we were just talking about.
right. Life to life type of thing.
Yeah, in a flow. You will keep having human rebirths. And then through
Okay.
achieving a stream of higher rebirths, you will, step by step reach Buddhahood and enlightenment by seeing emptiness directly. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Kewa Gumar mean that's a crucial word here. Sis Gumar means a flow of
Uh-huh.
a flow of consecutive rebirths. Yeah.
Okay, I missed that.
It's an unusual word. When you see a B on Rigud, you have to sit up and try to think of what it might mean differently from RGYUD. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. That's a good translation. Yep.
Okay. Thank you. I'll come back to this part. Here's what I did with the root text then.
Begin with the teachers for
Oops, I don't know why this isn't supposed to
yeah. We want them again. For after achieving the higher mood, conscious number 2 Yeah, good. Somehow the after in the third line is deceiving.
Oh,
Because what it means is for by achieving consistent higher rebirth. You see what I mean? You see what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Okay, that's all.
Okay, I'll come back to that.
Okay, nice.
But I guess we can't, the root text doesn't say consistent. So we have to like find a way to keep it vague enough in the root text, I guess.
Let's look at, that's why the Sanskrit might help,
Okay.
but we'll see. There might have been some plural in there for the higher rebirths.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, we read it that way. Yeah, anyway, your translation of the root text here has to reflect the intention of it, which is that you're going to have to keep coming back to a human realm to finish your study. Yeah.
Cool.
And that's not a point that people make a lot in scripture. I think it was a pet. It was important to Nagarjuna somehow. Yeah. We have some problem with the screen in the first line of the Tibetan. It's partially obscured by some kind of weird thing. Okay.
Oh, you guys can see that?
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, it just went away. Okay. This does not include. Okay, let me see. Okay. The matok means there's only one way to do this thing. Okay. And then
Okay.
Okay, you go backwards from there. There's only one way to do this thing.
Uh-huh.
And that's to get muntos in a gyut.
Uh-huh.
One after another.
Oh, okay. So I just completely missed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So here's
I know that's a phrase. Chikne chiktu gipa.
Yeah, they have to flow one after another. You got to get human lives flowing one after another. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Because
I was really confused about that line.
yeah, because this 10, Ngendoi 10, when you have an apostrophe S before Reten, right, of a lower realm, then that Reten has to mean, I always translate it as a body and a mind. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So it's not this
Yeah.
from a body and a mind of the lower realms.
Yeah. If you make a slip in your normal reality, in your normal morality, and you get a lower realm rebirth in between your higher realm rebirth. It's basically a reset. Okay, so he says, you're never going to get to nirvana and Buddhahood if you happen to drop down to a body and mind of a lower realm in between all those higher realm births. See what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Toma lawe dampadang, Jason.
By the Aaron.
Let me see. Hi, Aaron. How you feeling?
Getting along okay. Starting to feel a little better, Gish Michael. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I tell you from Venerable Jigme's experience, you're going to be up. She said today she brought me a 50-pound bag of sunflower seeds for my birds. I'm not kidding. I had to drag it up the porch myself.
I'll be able to pick up Jeru soon.
But she said, I think it's going to be like that. How many weeks are you? 4 weeks?
No.
Like 2 months.
Oh, 2 months. Okay. 2.5 months. Okay. All right. But you're young. You're just a young one. So, okay. All right. Damba Jesu Temba Tobne. Gyu Mimbala Domini. Yeah, Toma Lawe Dampa Dan Jesu Temba Tobne. Yeah, you can say that. Toma Lawe Dampa Dang. Start off with easier advices. Good. And later on, Jesu Temba Tobne Gyu Mimbala. And then later, what? Oh, I see. You got to make a more clear contradistinction between Dampa here and Temba.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So what he says is a good Lama takes a novice student and concentrates on helping them verbally with small advices. And then later they go to formal teachings.
So I could say the scriptures here or something like that.
Yeah, you got to draw a distinction between Dampa and Temba here. Yeah, because first feed them Dampas, and when they're more mature, feed them Tembas. Yeah. And that way you are cooking their mind stream. Yeah, when their minds are riper. Yeah, the rest is great. The rest of the translation is great. Okay. Yep.
Cool. Let's see. We can try.
Let's try this one.
All right.
Make it do no text yeah, good. For the text says, yeah, good. For the text says that having an incorrect understanding of the meaning of emptiness would lead to underestimate cause and effect. Yeah.
These are my attempts at translations on my own.
Then I think Pangna. Yeah, good. That's good so far. What it says specifically is beyond just that. Dini Nakyang. Dini Nakyang means in fact, this same book by Nagarjuna says.
Oh, in fact, Dean Yi Lake. Yeah, also from this same book.
This same book by Nagarjuna in the next chapter.
Yeah.
Poem Manung Dangni Chen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that you got the upside down. Poem Manung Dangni Chen. Dagni Chen is not Dagni Chen. Okay.
Oh, it's Dagni Chen. Yeah. I don't know what I was. Oh no.
When it says Dagni Chen,
Yeah.
it means a combination of two things. And when it says Dagni Chen, it's Mahatma.
Yeah. No, I didn't. It's funny. I didn't even think
Oh,
Chen was Chen. I just thought Doc Ni was implying a great being.
no, it can mean just it's an entity which cannot be ever rejected, something like that. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It kind of means it has the nature of something you should never give up. Okay. And you can go see how Gyaltsab J glosses it just by searching for it in your document.
I'll say premise for now, but I think you, oh yeah, right. I can check later.
By the way, if I'm not mistaken, we are adding the root text as we go, right? He did not add it, right? Am I right?
Yeah, we're adding it.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I did for Geshe Yeshe Wangchuk. I was the guy who went and put the root text in, and it was fun. Yeah, it was fun. Okay. Yeah, nice. The rest is good. It is wrong to give up this premise. Good.
I'll change it from premise to something that is more.
Yeah, and go see how he glosses it himself.
I will.
It'll certainly be Dagni Chen. If you search for it in this document, you'll hit it.
Okay.
Because it's an unusual turn of phrase.
Okay.
Cool. I'm happy you got the Chutsuk Do. That's you got to be sophisticated to catch that. You want to explain it, Nick?
No, I think I just I must have just found it in one of your translations or something.
When the Bardo Wa.
Oh, that. Yeah, that's where I found it. Is when the Bardo has traveled to hell or to a hell realm, they go upside down.
Yeah. If you could see Bardo spirits and you see someone walking upside down, you know they're headed for their hell realms. See? And you can flip them back. They also say they look like a burnt log or something like that. They already look like a burnt log, so something like that. Okay, yeah, cool, nice job. Are you got more here?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh my gosh, you kicked butt.
It's fun.
Yeah, I know. Kate tomani donkapachuna. Chung-na-yang, Nidik Yevla Chingsekyang, Minibeko, Kinash, Pachashis, and so on. Yeah, I think he's trying to be cute, and I'm not sure it's legal with the spelling.
Yeah, I didn't get it. I'll check in the.
Yeah,
I got interrupted just as I was about to check the scan.
Okay. Because STONG, only means to be without something. It only means emptiness. Okay.
Yeah. It's probably Pong because he's been using Pong.
But there is an expression called Tanggapa, which means to give up something. Okay.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So there's something wrong with the spelling here. You got to check the text. Yeah. The second tong, there's something wrong with it. Unless he's kind of shamelessly screwing around with the spelling to get two tongs in one line, but I don't think so. Tong, tang, pao, tang, tang, and tong can mean to give up. You see? So, if there were some weird circumstance where you had to give up the concept of emptiness, okay? Still, you should work really hard to keep that understanding of karma and its consequences, okay?
Okay. It's not.
It's not. He says here, it's not going to ruin your. It's not going to completely in your understanding of
Of
cause.
course, yeah, Minope Goa. I don't know why I was confused about that. Totally. I put understanding up here, but it was wrong.
It's an unusual thing to say, though. He says, look, even if by some weird chance you had to give up your emptiness studies, that wouldn't necessarily hurt your understanding of cause and effect.
Yeah.
I don't know if I accept that.
Yeah. Or is he saying it
Or
should?
he's saying if you, even if for some weird reason you don't have time to study emptiness, at least study cause and effect carefully.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so this Goa Kie, this is the understanding that they have developed.
Yeah, this K is probably almost imperative, right? Koa Kela.
Oh,
You should be trying to reach an understanding. Yeah.
oh, but isn't it saying me nepe Goa? Like it didn't harm the understanding?
You should try to reach a
Uh-huh.
state of understanding that cannot be hurt.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Even a little bit.
yeah, by a lack of by a strange situation where you had to not study emptiness.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So it's trying to distinguish between. By the way, what he's really trying to do is distinguish between the causes for a higher rebirth and enlightenment.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
saying, look, even if you can't see emptiness, which is the real cause of enlightenment, still try to hang in there with your understanding of karma.
Uh-huh.
It can keep you in a human rebirth so you can pick up the emptiness thing later. I think he's back on that theme. You see?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Man, what
I
happened? Did you stick a dagger in the sun? You notice, Rahula?
yeah. Yeah. Was it Raula or was it?
Virupa.
I thought it was Marpa, but okay.
No, Virupa.
Probably they all did it sooner or later. You want to keep going?
Let me see. Let me see if I actually think this one I finished it all. Oh, I wanted to think about this one more, but let's just do it.
Okay. Delangan Tony Dewate, Nigyu Ki Dupe Dewadon. Yeah, I would have said it something like the higher births are happiness in the sense of the happiness that you might experience as a deva or a human.
Okay. Okay.
And it's derogatory.
Yeah.
Yeah, higher births are okay. I mean, just want to get old and die as a human or a deva, you know.
And the Tangyam Chidik Bayin is like, so what need mention equanimity?
Hang on. You can understand this if you have read Stanley's last class.
I was there.
Yeah, and he's being cute, and I expect Stanley to figure this sentence out. I'll give you all the stuff you need to know to figure it out. He says it is true that the higher rebirths are characterized as happiness or pleasure, which refers to either the pleasure or the neutral feeling which humans and gods experience.
Oh, because in certain realms, there's only equanimity. There's not some of the realms where there's devas. There's no pleasure. There's
just covered that in the last class.
Yeah, I knew I was there.
You drop all four feelings except for equanimity when you go into the formless realm, because they are anesthetized. They're just like they're on, whatever drug it is that anesthetizes.
Heroin.
Yeah, they're like on heroin. And it's supposed to be really pleasant, but you can't call it pleasant. It's just they're out of. When I had my gallbladder cut out, and the nurse, I woke up, I opened my eyes, and this Tibetan woman is leaning over me, and I came out of surgery. I look up, and there's a Tibetan woman leaning over me. I said, "Who are you?" She said, "Tsering. My name is Long Life." I said, "Good." And she turns out to be a Tibetan who's a doctor in Tucson. She says there's 2 Tibetans there. And I'm like, wow. Then she said, "Which of these painkillers do you like?" I said, "That second one you gave me is really nice." Oh, because that's sort of what the formless realm feels like. I don't know, Aaron, did you have this experience? Maybe.
Definitely, yeah.
I felt like I was floating on my back in a warm pond of water or something. I don't want to speak highly of the opioid crisis, but
Yeah. Sometimes they're necessary though, when you have your gallbladder cut out.
so anyway, the people in the formless realm are like that. So Gyaltsab J is trying to be. It shows he was in the debate ground. He's trying to cover his rear end against all possible objections.
Right.
He doesn't want to say the higher realms are all pleasant because you can't feel pleasure in the highest of the higher realms.
So he's that's why he had to cover his ass. Yeah, got it.
Knows, by the way, that he's a debater.
Yeah.
Possible exceptions. Anyway, Chiribayinla, you know this because you studied Stanley's text, which is a great, great advantage of the mixed nuts, which you will thank me for 100 years from now, that you are studying all the schools. So you can use them as ammunition against each other. Okay, what is definite good? You gotta give me a better dukun.
A better what?
Dukun.
Dukun. All. What did I say? All suffering. Yeah.
Nope, that's not what it. I'll give $20 if you get. By the way, I'm lowering my things until they finish the cafe next week.
Yeah.
The bets used to were $100.
The truth of suffering.
You're getting closer.
The truth. Sorry, the first two.
Hey.
Yeah. The truth of suffering and the truth of the source.
$2, Nick. All right, Dukun.
Okay. I donate it. I hereby donate it to the Black Hole Cafe.
When Amelie has to go to Yale because she can't afford Princeton, don't blame me. Yeah, good. Freedom that gives up all suffering. Yeah, in which you have eliminated the first 2 truths.
Yeah.
Why not eliminate all 4 truths?
Well, the other ones are not things to pung.
Yeah, the other 2 things are ones you want to achieve. What are they, by the way?
What's the
Dhamma, Kunjung Dhamma.
Sorry. Well, I can't. Kunjung Dhamma. Gopden, yes.
And
Lamden. The truth of cessation and the truth of the path.
We don't give up the last 2 of the 4 truths. We give up the first 2 of the truths. Okay, good. Okay, Jawa. Okay. By the way, this Jawa means a separation from samsara, right? So, yeah, he's just, it means a disconnection from the first 2 truths, all right? Jawa in the 3rd line. It means a state of separation from the, okay?
Yeah.
And in the Abhidharma system, that Jawa is a separate entity. And that's a long story. But they say not having something is a thing. Okay.
A cessation.
Yeah, not having freed yourself is itself an entity.
This is from Abhidharma?
Well, he's got a lot of Abhidharma influence here. You know. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, you did good. You did good. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
You
Got a
just
lot of
finished the whole book. Yeah, leave me something to do, okay? All right.
Oh, I have to stop sharing before you can share.
Yeah. How are we doing on time? We still got 15 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, 15 minutes.
Let's go back. Do, 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 do. Mm. Yeah, right? Yeah, Dukun Pangbitawa. All right. Okay, please read. And I keep seeing Xiao Ping here. She must be she wants to correct you. Xiao Ping, I'm sending you an answer tomorrow, okay? Don't get mad at me.
I'll have to get Amelie in here to see Allison.
Easy.
Hey, Amelie.
Yeah, Amelie has
She
a
talks about you almost every day.
she has a
Oh,
question.
Larmi Dogpe Chechen. Larmi Dogpe Chechen ki drawa yimbe ngebar lekba shejao.
Yeah. Why do we keep repeating this phrase ngelek?
Yeah, he really likes it because I think because it includes nirvana and enlightenment.
Well, here's his explanation of what ngelek means to him.
Oh, cool.
I call something ngelek when yimbe it is
Free of stuff you in Doklar. When it's free of the stuff that you'll never have again.
Yeah, what he means is, to me, the definite indefinite good means a state of goodness from which you can never degenerate. Okay, all right, or you never go back. Larmindo. Okay, you never have to go back. So for him, nirvana and Buddhahood are called by the nickname definite good because they are cases. Here, Chichen just means cases. They are cases of a separation from suffering from which you never have to return. Okay, cool.
Yep, awesome.
By the way, in the Abhidharma, you're going to get expressions like ultimate good and ultimate monk or nun.
Right.
And that's anyone who has achieved nirvana.
Yeah.
Whether they were ever ordained or not. Okay.
We had that in the 60 verses or in the Gyaltsabje's lecture notes, I think.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to this next sentence here.
Jebu nipo de drupa dorduna lendre tang dempa tang coin chok sok la tepa tang dumba ni tope shirapo.
Yeah, Devo Nipa de Drupa Dorduna Lende it's kind of listing De Drupa, by the way, De Drupa, right?
To study the two results, both those two results.
Sometimes Drupa can mean Gyu.
Oh, really? To bring about?
Yeah, it's a weird word that's used sometimes for Gyu. Okay, so read it this way.
To accomplish.
Yeah, now read it. Read Drupa as Gyu and then read it to me.
If you want to quickly achieve those two results.
Yeah. If I was going to give you a
quick way.
Yeah, no, if I was going to give you a quick summary of the cause you're going to have to collect, they would be, here you go.
Lendre, cause and effect.
Yeah, which means an appreciation of cause and effect.
Mm-hmm. Dempa, I'm guessing.
Means Dembashi.
Yeah, the four truths.
Yeah, and you're going to have to understand coin choke.
Well, faith in the three jewels and such.
Yeah. Which means you're going to have to understand taking refuge.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, you're going to need
a wisdom which realizes emptiness.
Yeah, so he's giving you a short list of stuff you have to achieve to get to definite good. Okay, here's his short list. I wanted to say something about that. What was that?
Oh, did we skip some root text? The root text has Duna, Dordu, and Dorna, I think.
Yeah, we covered it. He's giving you a short list of stuff you have to do. Oh, here comes the Dorna.
Yeah.
Please read.
Dorna Shepani Gui Tsowo Dupayinla Dor Dua Ngamani Dre Bui Chonge So.
Whoa. Yeah. Now, why does he say Dor Ngama? What's Ngama mean?
I think he means the previous Dordua. The previous time we said Dordu.
Yeah, there's two doors in this verse.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is here. Dorduna.
So he's saying the first time it appears, and then
Good, yeah. He says briefly speaking, and then he says briefly. Okay. How does that reflect on the Yoga Sutra? I got a Yoga Sutra mattress here. Two masters of Yoga Sutra.
Seen in this life and another?
Come on, sheesh. He says twice in this verse, what?
briefly.
How does that relate to the Yoga Sutra?
There's a
Oh, the
verse
word
where
sutra.
Yeah, sutra means a brief book.
Oh.
Yay. If you had come to the YSI program and to the next one coming up on, we don't know the date. Yeah, okay. That's why they got the troops here. All right. Okay, Dorna. So anyway, Dorna Shepani Gyud so Dupayinwa. When he says the second door, when he says briefly put the second time, he's just talking about the main causes for definite good. Whereas the first briefly refers to
an interpretation.
a
fixed chunk. Yeah, a fixed number of results.
Yeah. So why? So somebody should say Döpekin. Everybody say Döpekin.
Döpekin.
It's the compositional fault of repetition.
Okay, Döpekin.
Is he guilty of that fault?
No.
Probably not.
But he has repeated the same word twice in 2 lines. Why?
One of the times was just to show the main cause.
Yeah, he was talking about causes.
Uh-huh.
The second one, he was talking about
results.
Good. Okay, cool. Yay. How are we doing on time? Oh, by the way, tomorrow is Seichu, those of you who care. And those of you in Sedona, there's a Seichu, early Seichu. Okay. You can talk to John Bray. No, just kidding. There's some plan. Tim knows. Okay. All right.
6 minutes, Vishal.
All right. Section 3 refers. I usually put it in 16-point type for you, so you can see it easily.
Sumpani, yeah. Gyuni ki tso pelgi kepartan.
Sweetie pie.
Thanks, word. Were you commenting on my reading?
What?
No. Water.
Never heard words called another mixed nut sweetie pie.
Hey, Leaky Poo.
Well, at least Aaron's there to keep an eye on things. All right. Okay.
So the features of the main 2 causes. Details of the main 2 causes.
He says there's a distinction between the 2 causes I'm going to present, where one is a big shot and one is just a normal guy. It's Sol and Pelpa. Okay. So I'm going to describe to you 2 different causes. One is a big shot, like Lam Son Nam Sum 3 principal paths. And the other is just Pelpa, like plain old guy. Okay. Yeah. So Tso Pel means it's one of these Tibetan words where you you have a distinction between, like, size in Tibetan is called big, small. Weight is called light, heavy. Length is called long, short.
Yeah.
So Tsopel. Let's
Uh-huh.
compare the relative importance of these two causes. Okay. You could say relative importance. All right. I'm going to skip the root text because we're going to get it in the commentary. And who's going to check you? Who can I torture next? Suking!
Yes, sir.
I gotta say, ever since Nick said that mixed nuts don't have to wear a tie and suit. All right.
It's nyampaing.
Yeah, tell me about it. I'm gonna have Shintian put a tie on you for 2 weeks. Okay,
All right.
Oh, it's the gang reading, right? Or no, he's boring. He's always correct. How about Nick? You
Correct me.
want to choose somebody from the audience to?
Yeah. Sure. Go for it, Rob.
Yes.
It's the guy I can see.
All right. Depa Nang, Droa Tar Kepa De or Te, Shedang Depe Tsa Wa Rabten I don't know what that.
Yeah, Ja, you got it.
She Sung Pa Tar De Depa Chukun Kun Gi Tsawa Yinpe Dapa Chen Yinpa.
Depa Chen Yimpa.
Depa Chen Yinpa Ni Ki Cheer.
Yeah.
Good.
Nyon, are we still going?
Well, we're gonna run out of time.
Well, let's stop there. That's a good idea, Rob. So you should get Depa, but it's only really like a Ngundoma.
Yeah, you should get faith, but that's just a preliminary practice.
Yeah, now he's quoting somebody. Okay. And let's see if Grandpa went and found it. He did not. How about Nick find it? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a quotation from somebody.
Okay.
That's a quotation from somebody.
Okay, making a note.
Yeah. And then there's another quotation from another, probably the same person. Depe Tsawa Raptencha. And by the way, the meter on that seems to indicate it comes from a work which is poetry.
Okay.
Depe Tsawa Raptencha. What's that mean? Make the Tsawa of your Depa very temba.
Make the root of your faith very firm.
Yeah, good. As they say, as these two references indicate, and I don't know where they're from, they're probably some really common text. Depa Chukungitsawa. Depa is Chukungitsawa.
Faith is the root of all Dharma.
Good. Therefore, we should try to be Depa-chin.
Let's be faith havers. Let's be the faithful.
Yeah, and he's selling it as more like something to start with. And then later you get into knowledge. Okay. So Depe Jendo and Rik Jendang. Depe Jendang and Rik.
Oh, those who follow the teachings based on faith and those who follow the teachings based on logic.
Yeah. And the second are called more intelligent. But you can start with faith. You just have faith. You're attracted to a certain teacher, you follow them. And if you're lucky, they end up being a good one. But it's faith and not understanding at first. Okay. So you got it. You're lucky if you have faith in the right person. Later you understand why. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop there, Nick.
Cool. Thank you so much, Keshav. That was awesome.
And I'm very proud of you for finishing so much text and doing it so well. By the way, this text is something you can translate. I believe you can translate it. If you just work hard, you can translate it. You don't need much help, actually.
not quite there, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Thank you so much, Geshe-la, and thank you, everybody. That
No
was,
Netflix. No Netflix until the day's off. Okay.
oh, okay. But the other streaming services are okay, right?
This is okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Well, Ollie's favorite movie, if you guys want.
I'm gonna go say goodnight to her.
All right.
See you guys in the morning for
Great
some more.
job, Nick.
Thank you.
Very impressive.
You too.
Yeah.
All right. I love all these books. This is great stuff. We're so lucky to be here. I've been reflecting on that today. This is amazing.
Now, if we could be here and all surf, that's another thing.
Yeah.
I'm a big advocate for everybody coming to a place near Sedona where you can surf. There's
By the way, I found a surfing beach an hour from Kyoto.
oh, cool, nice,
I hung out with the surfers and we had fun.
awesome, good to know.
It's a beautiful beach, by the way. Okay. And the temperature of the water averages 5 degrees above San Diego the whole year. Okay, I'm telling you the next new thing. Bye.
Sayonara.
Have a good night, morning, afternoon, day, evening.